Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my take on Christmas in July. We haven't done a Christmas wreath yet this month, and this month is almost over. My goodness, it's hard to believe. But I'm going to take you downstairs and we're going to be doing a Christmas in July poly burlap ruffle wreath. Now this is made very similar to the fall wreath that I made a few weeks ago, and I will link a card up here that will tell you where you can go see it, and I'll see if I can put it in the description also. If you haven't seen that one, you might want to go check it out. So today we're going to be making the Christmas one. For the most part it uses leftover mesh. I did buy new green mesh because I didn't have the green mesh. It's not mesh, it's poly burlap, I'm sorry. But I didn't have any green, so I did have to buy that. But other than that, it's a leftover mesh from last Christmas, leftover poly burlap from last Christmas, and a Dollar Tree frame with some ribbons that I had in my stash. So it's a pretty economical wreath to make, and it's really fun to do. So let me take you downstairs and we'll get busy making a Christmas in July poly burlap ruffle wreath. Before we go downstairs, I wanted to remind you to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified when we craft together or cook together, and that way you'll get notified. And please, at the end of this, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Tell me when you make your Christmas decorations. And you know, it really seems a little far-fetched, but when you're a crafter, and especially if you are planning to sell your creations, you need to start early. So let's get busy with Christmas in July. Okay, I'm going to be doing the plaid mesh poly burlap, and I'm using a wood burning tool. And you can see that I'm going right down one of the threads in between and following the same line all the way down. And that is how you burn the edges of poly burlap. By staying in the same line, it does two things. It seals that edge and it gives me a straight edge on my poly burlap. The reason I'm doing a voiceover is because I have the fans going and I'm also wearing a mask, which you need to do when you use this kind of technique. It gives off a smoke which is burning plastic. So especially if you do a lot of poly burlap, you need to wear a mask when you're cutting it. All right, now you can see that we have the green. Now the green, I've moved my plate because the green is going to be 15 inches long. I'm just making a straight edge on this to get started. And then it's going out to the edge of my mat on the left, and then that red line is showing you where the 15-inch is. And again, following the line right down, it gives you a nice clean cut. You have to be very careful with this tool. It is extremely hot. It's made to burn wood, so it does get very, very hot. Again, 15 inches on the green. So now we'll get busy putting these all together in little bundles to make the wreath. Back in just a second. Okay, here we are. Let me just see if I can straighten you a little bit there. I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to be using a Dollar Tree wreath form. That's 14 inches. I'm going to be using my easy bow. I have some ribbons. I have this one that is green and red with polka dots. That's a 1.5. Then I have this one who's this bright glittery polka dots, and of course, you know, Christmas glitter will be everywhere. And this one that's a really cute ribbon, has little reindeer and Santa hats on it. The thing is, it says Merry Christmas, and you never get to see the whole Merry Christmas, but it still is pretty. And I have some pipe cleaners. And how you make this is you make little packages that we will then attach to the wreath form. And I am going to make it with green, and the green is on the bottom, okay? So the green I have cut at 15 inches. And the way I like to do it, I leave the curve up, and I just roll it the tiniest bit. Now the two finished edges are here, okay? And I'm just going to gather up the middle. And when I get up here, I'm just going to roll the tiniest bit again. Alright? But when I go to put it in my easy bow, the first thing I'm going to do is put a pipe cleaner. I'm going to turn it upside down so that the curve is going down. Okay? Now, this is going to put a lot of stress on these dowels, and they'll probably pop out a couple of times, but you just hammer them back in. Now I have a red one. Same thing. A little bit of a turn. Right up the middle. A little bit of a turn. Upside down and in the dowel. And the last one is this pretty plaid. Gather up the middle. Okay, now I'll take our ribbons. I'm going to find the middle. Give it a little scrunch. And add that to the mix. So now, here's what we do. We find the pipe cleaner, and we're coming right up through the middle. Right up through the middle of the green here. Okay? And when I get up here, I'm going to crisscross them inside the dowels. And that allows me to give them a good pinch. Now I can pull it out. Pinch it good, really tight. Turn it over. Pull it and give it a couple of good twists. And that's our little package. Okay, now when we get done with making our little bundles, okay, we're going to take our form and I'm going to attach it on this second ring. Just around the one bar. and I'm not really trying to put it around anything like the crossbars. I'm just going to give it some nice good twists, and there you go. And it makes a very big package. Look how puffy that is. And we'll have to go back and get our little strings off later. Even though it's burned, you still do get some strings, and that's why I'm turning under the edges a little bit. All right, let's make another one. Pipe cleaner first. Turn this under a little. Gather up the middle. And the reason that the green is longer is so you can still see it with the other two colors on top of it. Turn it over. Place it down on the form. Okay? Now I have cut enough to make 10 packages. I think I'm only going to need 9. We'll see. They get quite full. And the plaid. I call them packages, bundles I guess. Now I'm using the Easy Bow. If you have good sized clips, you can use those. I only have these small clips, and they're not big enough to hold this whole bundle. Alright, so now let's get some ribbons. The ribbons are cut at 12 inches. Find the middle. Give it a pinch. Find my pipe cleaner, come right up through the green. Right up through the green. Go in between these two dowels and crisscross them. And that allows me to give it a good pinch before I pull it up. Pinch it really good. Now see, it's only just pinched. They're not twisted. When I go around the back, that's when I will continue and then give it a couple of good twists. And we'll take this one and put it on. And I'm just putting it on next to the one that was there. It's not like you're not measuring how many inches apart or anything like that. And the thing is that these will move on this one wire for a while, even though you're twisting them on. So you have time to get them nice and tight, get them where you want, and then I'll show you later what you can do. Isn't that pretty? What a pretty wreath that makes, huh? Alright, we'll do one more and then I'll make some more bundles off camera. I'm going to start with the green, going up the middle. And it doesn't make any difference if you do this upside down or right side up with the curve. I'm doing it that way so I can bend it over a little bit, but you want to put it down on your dowels that way, so the curve is down, okay? We'll do the red. The red and the plaid are cut at 12. The green is cut at 15. Now this plaid tends to ravel a little bit more than the others because it has a little looser weave. Okay, bend these over, find the middle, pinch them together, down, find your pipe cleaner. It's somewhere. There we go. Well, it was. There we go. Up through the green, up through the green. Crisscross them and give it a good pull. Now I can take this package off, pull it tight, turn it over, give it a couple of good twists, and it's ready to mount onto the frame. And I'm just going to put these on. And when we've got them all on, I will arrange them. Isn't that pretty? Now that's only 3, and I really have got a good portion of this covered. I'm going to push them a little bit closer together, but I'm not worried about that yet. All right, let me go and make a few more, and I will be back, and we'll put them on the frame. Back in a bit. Okay, I think this is the last bundle I have to make. So we'll do that one together. Folding over a little bit, coming up the middle. When I get to the other end, just folding that in just a little bit, gathering it together, down on the dowel. Now this is a great way to use up some of your leftover poly burlap. The red and the plaid, if I'm using just these 9, means I only used 9 feet, and both of those were leftovers. The green I bought new because I didn't have a green, and the green I knew I was going to be cutting at 15 inches, so it takes a little more. So there you go. So let's get these on the frame and see what we get. Remember, I'm going around that second wire. Wow. Looking good. Round and round. Think I can get one more in there. Look at that, huh? Look how full. Look how full and beautiful. And if you find a place that looks a little bit less than so much, you just move them around. Now once you have got them where you want them, you can then take these and just put them around either a crossbar or another wire, and it will keep them from moving around. So there you go, there's a Christmas in July for you. I have not got a sign that I really like for this yet. I had a candy cane sign, but candy cane didn't really go with this. So I think what I'm going to do is revisit this when I pick up a sign that I like. And we'll add it. It really doesn't need a bow because it's got so much ribbon on it to start with. So there you go. How pretty. Let me go put it on the door and we'll take a good look at it. Be right back. So there you go. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. And it's a fun wreath to make, making those little bundles and then just adding them to the frame. I can see a couple of strings I'll have to cut off. But it came out so pretty. I love it. And it doesn't need a bow with all those ribbons. It's nice and poofy. So try making one of these using 2 or 3 colors. 3 colors. It takes 3 ruffles. A 15-inch and 2 12-inches. And then 12-inch ribbons. Well, I'll see you again on Friday. Friday, I think we're going to have another haul from Craft Outlet because I had to order some fall ribbon. Not just because I want to make a couple of more fall wreaths, but I have 3 lantern swags to make and some other decorations, so I had to get some of that fall ribbon in. So there's your first taste of my taste of Christmas in July. I made it before July was over. I'll see you again Friday, and until then, everybody have a great afternoon. Stay safe, play by the rules, and everybody play nice now. I'll see you Friday. Love ya. Bye-bye.